This is a video about the Marq, M-A-R-Q, Rezo Tubes. They come in packs of 5. You can chain them together using DMX, as many as you want. So this is 2 sets right here. I'm going to let the patterns run through so you can see them. There's 29 different patterns. I slowed the speed down to about 220 out of 255 so you can actually see what's going on. It actually moves faster than this, but it's almost, you know, a little strobic, a little too much. So anyway, the thing I like about these are, well, first of all, they're not wireless. Oh, that's my favorite pen right there. They're not wireless, but they're a lot cheaper than the wireless, and you don't have to worry about batteries. They come with little short extension cables, so I'm sure you can probably get 4-pin extension cables as well. The reason I bought these is because I'm starting to do weddings, and this is more of something that doesn't matter what is the floor itself. So this will be a background, I guess you'd say, or a foreground or whatever, and you can move them anywhere you want. They have stands. You can also, I've seen videos where people hanging them off a truss, modifying some of the other brackets they include. See, now that last effect there, that's cool too. Sparkle. So okay, here's the thing. Each one has 64 LEDs, and there's 10, so there's 640 tricolor LEDs. You can see them from pretty much 360 degrees around. Now what's interesting about these is it has an Ethernet cable as well as XLR. So you chain them together with XLR, but the Ethernet cable is for ArtNet. ArtNet is a protocol used for mapping LED displays, and there's a lot of stuff out there you can do with this. In addition, I'm not advising you do this, but inside is an SD card. So out of the 29 programs, I'm probably going to take one apart and void the warranty, take the card out, try to clone it, and see if it works. Now, I've used other light curtains from China before. This is actually a subsidiary, I believe, of Marq, cheap subsidiary. And the same exact thing. Inside was an SD card. And what I did was I actually made my own programs and swapped SD cards depending on the shows. So it's interesting. If you go into the settings, it has 2 modes. Ball, or what is the other one? Let's see if I can find it. Slave, sound active, network safe. Sphere or tube. So these are tubes, but you can select sphere. I'm not sure exactly what it's supposed to look like, but it looks like they're using the same controller. You can use DMX, you can use an auto, and you can also use sound. Now sound mode I don't like because it's kind of choppy, because it just basically changes to the actual beat. And even with high BPMs at 163, it's kind of stuttering, so I have it on auto, and I slowed it down like I said. So I like these. These are really cool, and I'm going to hack the hell out of them. There's going to be words scrolling by. There's going to be, you know, other patterns if I can figure out how. I may contact them and see. Somebody's probably figured this out. That SD card in there. You know, on the other curtain that I bought from China, it was buried inside. So what I did was I got an SD card extender on a ribbon cable and extended the SD card outside the unit so I could swap without opening the case. You know, and it's great. They have the SD card plugged in there, and then I think there's some like silicone so it doesn't fall out. But right now the first controller is the master and the other one is the slave. It comes with bags and everything. I mean, you can see, I don't know if you can see from the video here, comes with a very, very cheap XLR cable. I recommend replacing it. Comes with a fan, fans that you can fan them out like in a triangle format. And what some people have done is they've taken this apart and taken these and hung these off of a tube and have them evenly spaced. You know, slide it and then they clip into here. You can see that on other videos. So I probably won't use the fanned effect like they expect you to do, like this. But I probably will modify them. I don't know. I think this is cool because you can move them, you know, as far as you want apart. I mean, just cover a lot of area, you know, and so it gives you more of a pixel effect. And you know, I mean, turn the light out here, you can see it just looks cool. So let's go into some of the settings. Auto mode. Okay, go back to slave sound active. Network settings. You can set the IP address. Sphere tube software version. I'm at KNet 1.3, whatever that means. DMX address. DMX channel mode. Oh, please tell me it's got. Oh, okay. 9 channel. 480 channel. Wow. Okay, that's crazy. I didn't know you could do 9 channel. I could see, but 480 channel, you really can map this thing. Auto mode. So here's the speed. I'm gonna turn it up to full. First, I'm gonna turn it down. It does not take effect until you hit the enter button, and you'll see now they're stepping very slowly. This is what it's like when it's on sound active mode. I don't like that. So I also don't know if I like the super fast. Enter. This is full speed. It's almost a little too fast. Goes through the program so quickly. It's just like strobic. Very strobic, epileptic kind of. So I slowed it down a little bit. It's really amazing though. The animation looks great. I like that one the best. So what I'm guessing, okay, with the other controller that I did use, it was a Chinese curtain, of which, you know, a similar type controller. Didn't have as many features, but basically they were just they were files in there, and you could go in and tweak. You could go into the SD card and reorder them, rename them. You know, so if you didn't like this one pattern because it was too rainbowy or whatever, you know, you could basically replace it with that one, so it would repeat this one, or just take it out of the loop. It was a text file that basically defined what is going to be played, and then there was these program files that I had a program that would actually create these things. Real pain in the ass. If you can use ArtNet with this one though, then this is going to be a lot easier. So this is going to be amazing. ArtNet link in and link out. So I'm not sure though if I link the ArtNet into this controller and this one's in slave, do they just basically work, or do I have to run an Ethernet cable in between? Not a big deal. I'm impressed for the price. And the price range is between $250 for 5 tubes in the controller, all the way up to $400 for 5 tubes in the controllers. Depends on where you get them. You know, if anybody's interested, drop a link or drop a note in the notes there, and I'll send you a link or something, because I got a good dealer here. And so for $500, you basically have a pixel mapping LED display that fits in 2 small bags. You know, no special whatever. All right, so this is just a little bit more advanced than the regular videos you got out there. This is too fast. I don't like this. I want a little bit slower. So you can do mix, or you can actually pick. You know, I think 18 is a good one. I like this one a lot. And I'll just keep repeating that over and over. And if you flipped them over, it would actually look like an equalizer. Okay. Also like 10. Was it 10? Or was it 12? Nope. 14. I gotta write them down. My favorite. Kind of like a snow effect. Okay. And there was another one, but if you pick auto mode, program, you pick mix, it'll go through all of them. Menu, Oops. Sound active, network setting. I gotta get used to this. Mix. Speed, I want it down. Probably let's say 225. Oh, let's do 240. That's 240. Let's do 235. 235 is better. 20 is shorter than, it's not so psychoactive that it's driving you crazy. Kind of slow, especially for a wedding or something. You don't want to go berserk. Plus it plays the programs longer this way. It's stepping through it slower, so you get to see the patterns a little better. So you look at that nice slow snowfall or rainfall. Imagine this hanging upside down from a truss. And the controller's basically up, hanging on the top. So that's the Rezo tube, made by Marq, and I think it's a pretty good deal. I mean, very easy to set up. The tubes fit right in here, so you can basically carry everything in one little portable bag. It's not the greatest bag, but you know what? At least they gave you something. I'm not sure if you're supposed to keep these. I guess I assume it's a pain in the ass to slide them in and out of there, but you know, 2 of these is very easy to carry along with maybe Bose speakers, and everything sets up in like 5 minutes. Yeah. All right. So thanks for watching, and check them out, man. This is I think it's a better deal than the wireless ones the Chauvet is selling, because those things are really expensive, and I don't think you can hack them like this either.